At Houston Community College. I'm going to tell you one of the best kept secret.
मेरा नाम है शाहिद इकबाल और मैं हूं होस्ट पाकिस्तानी अमेरिकन क्रिएटिव शो का। हमारे शो के डायरेक्टर हैं सैयद काशिफ। आज के एपिसोड में हम आपकी मुलाकात एक ऐसी क्रिएटिव पर्सनालिटी से कराएंगे जो आर्टिस्ट तो नहीं लेकिन अपने काम में बड़ी महारत रखती हैं। तो आइए सुनते हैं रीमा आदिल की कहानी, रीमा आदिल की ज़बानी। लेकिन रीमा ने भी यही कहा है कि आप हमारे चैनल को लाइक करना, सब्सक्राइब करना, बेल का आइकॉन दबाना और कमेंट करना ना भूलें। अस्सलाम वालेकुम रीमा, कैसी हैं आप?
Hi, assalamu alaikum. I'm good.
वेल थैंक यू
How are
वेरी
you?
मच। आई एम डूइंग फैबुलस। बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया यहाँ पे आने का। आई नो कि काम के बाद आपको जो है थोड़ी बहुत ड्राइविंग करनी पड़ी, तो कैसा लगा आपको हमारा सेटअप?
Oh, I loved it, especially the snacks in the back. But thank you for having me here.
नो नो नो, थैंक यू फॉर कमिंग। रीमा, बहुत दिनों से मैं सोच रहा था कि हमारे शो के ऊपर जो क्या कहते हैं, एक टेम्पटलाइज्ड क्रिएटिव्स हैं, सिर्फ वही आ रहे हैं। पर मुझे पिछले 1-1.5 महीने से सीज़न 1 के बाद इंकशाफ हुआ कि भाई क्रिएटिविटी जो है वो किसी एक एरिया में नहीं है, वो और जगह भी पाई जाती है। तो जितना ज़्यादा मेरा आपके साथ और ह्यूस्टन कम्युनिटी कॉलेज के साथ इंटरेक्शन होता रहा, तो मुझे ऐसा महसूस हुआ कि क्रिएटिविटी के और भी बहुत से रंग हैं। तो उस हवाले से मैंने सोचा कि आपसे कुछ कैंडिड बातें की जाएं,
बिल्कुल।
ठीक है ना? तो सबसे पहले तो रीमा ये बताइए कि आपके जब आप पढ़ रही थी, कॉलेज यूनिवर्सिटी में थी, तो आपके डीन ऑफ स्टूडेंट कैसे थे और कौन थे?
I have no idea who was my dean of students. Never seen him or her. Really didn't. I didn't even know what dean of students was. I have no clue.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah. But did you know your dean of students?
Yes,
All right.
I still know him. नहीं, वो for other reasons ना, because I was not a very good student. So I
Yeah,
had to
that
be,
I was getting ready to ask that. Were you a troublemaker?
always a troublemaker. I had to be in that office for different reasons. So I knew the floor, I knew the room number, and everything that goes with it. अच्छा, तो रीमा ये बताइए कि चलें, आपको अपने डीन के बारे में नहीं पता था। थोड़ा सा ये बताइए कि कैसा रहा आपका जर्नी, एजुकेशनल जर्नी, आपका प्रोफेशनल जर्नी, और कैसे आप यहाँ तक पहुँची?
Oh, this is a good question. So I was taking a class at Houston Community College. It was my chemistry class. And, for some reason I was just acing in my class. So my professor hired me from the class to tutor the students at Houston Community College. Well, at the same time. So I did. And it was only 2 hours that they were giving me, but then the students would always hire me for more help. So they would hire me, pay me outside HCC, and and I was a student, and they were paying me much better rate than what HCC was paying. So
Oh my
obviously, at that
Oh
time,
my
I
God.
did avail that opportunity. But I was. I was just, doing my best, what I could do, whatever hours I was putting in. But they just started to like me, I guess. And then, moved me in different departments. So, in short, I have started there as a student. And then as soon as I graduated, working was not my priority.
But
at
they
that
didn't let
time.
you think about anything.
They did
Like,
not.
just
They
grab
just
this person before she thinks otherwise.
they kept me there. So as soon as I graduated, they offered me a full-time job. And at that time, I checked with my dad and my family, and they were like, yeah, well, especially my dad. He said, we'll give it a try, and if you don't like it, then you can, leave.
Right.
But no, they provided me a lot of opportunities. So then I continued with my master's degree there. institution was paying part of the tuition. So
Oh, there you go.
that was
Yeah.
good. But then, our president, Dr. Hodges, he gave me a lot of opportunities, keep giving me new projects. And I kept on trying, and everything was not easy. It was not,
I have a question about that later on, but go on.
yeah, so it was not easy. I was not comfortable with everything. But when I was asked to do something, I just thought that, somebody trusted me and I must come out of my comfort zone and give it a best shot. So one of the way I started in the testing department. You don't have to talk. You do not have to do anything. You just have to take students, put them on a computer, launch the test, and that's it. And that was a perfect job for me at that time because I grew up as a middle child. So you know how
Yeah,
it is.
there you
Either
go.
the older one talks or the younger one talks,
Yeah,
and the middle one listens.
absolutely.
So I never talked, but my next appointment from there was in public relations.
Oh, wow.
It was initially very scary,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
it worked out. So yeah, I've done grants, I've done teaching, I have done advising, I everything that you can think of. And then now I'm over student conduct cases. We have outreach, recruitment, student life, rec sports, career services, testing. So everything primarily, student support services are under it.
Right. Okay, so tell me a little bit about because I have seen, and most of the people have seen, that you take a very out of the box approach towards your job and your responsibilities, and in doing so, we have seen that you go an extra mile many of the times, and you make things happen even with lot of resistance and things like that. So, being the middle child, since you shared that, so where did all this courage come from? I mean, what was behind that made you now what you are?
So one of the skill that I have developed very early, being a middle child, now that we are talking about middle child, was problem solving skills. You know, so I was in the middle, but my brother and sister, they were always fighting, and I would get in the middle to get them to resolve whatever is going on. So yeah, that's where I learned some of these problem solving skills from early. But now, throughout my career, just kind of keep your eyes on a big picture and see what needs to be done and what can we do, and not focus on what we cannot do. I think that has really helped me shape my own philosophy. And oftentimes it works. You just see what we can do. And I believe that, we can just work with the resources that I have. So kind of adjust myself and just get it done.
Wonderful. So and I think you use it to your advantage, the fact that, that being from a minority group, being a woman, being a mother, with all the life's challenges that are, that comes in a person's life, I think you have established a good rapport of working with those challenges rather than becoming, discouraged by them, right?
Yeah, that has been my life. Yeah, so I was married very early, right after high school. So I've done all my schooling with my kids,
While with your
and
kids,
yeah,
right,
so
right.
kind of just developed a habit, and that's just lifestyle. That is my lifestyle. So initially it was school, full-time school, and studying, and kids. Well, my first daughter undergrad, but then full-time job and school, and my second daughter with my master's. And the third one came out from I don't know where.
Nowhere.
I don't know
No
where. But
idea.
yes, but when I was doing my doctoral and there was no plan, so Alhamdulillah, it's a blessing.
True.
So
True.
he's part of the family. But yeah, so that's my third kid. So these days, when people need to ask me, like, what are the plans, they just indirectly ask me, so are you going for another degree?
Or will there be a child with the degree?
I have no idea.
Wonderful, wonderful. Rima, tell us what has been your take on from the Pakistani American community that you very proudly represent. Um, should we have more? I think we should have more of our young generation come into the education field, and we often not see as many Pakistani American professors or as many Pakistani American administrators or deans or of that. Have you? What are your thoughts about that?
Well, absolutely. So, coming from the culture, and it's not just us, it's all South Asian culture, focuses on STEM
Mm,
mostly,
right.
right?
Everybody wants to go to the moon and
Exactly.
Mars.
Well, exactly. So, there's so many good fields. But these days we are seeing our young generation, they're showing interest in different fields. I think that the parents should support.
Huh.
Um,
That's a very good
yes.
point that you raised, because I think historically and culturally, you either want to be a doctor or parents are thinking that engineer, doctor, businessman, that's the farthest they can see.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's all about your passion, especially when you are in your professional life.
Mm,
Um, you cannot grow if you do not love what you do.
right.
So you have to love what you do, and you don't have to work another day
Mm,
because that becomes part of you. That's what you love, and you grow there. Especially here in United States, there's a lot of opportunities. You can be an artist. You can be, anything that you want. Photographer. You just have to have a passion so you can grow in that field. Yeah, and absolutely, we want people to come in media. We want people to come in politics. We want
mhm,
people to come in
mhm.
education, and just explore and give it a shot
Wonderful. No, I
and
think
succeed.
absolutely. It's a slow change in our community,
Hmm.
but I think it's happening at a steady pace, and uh, over time, in the next decade or so, or maybe more, hopefully we'll have more folks joining these disciplines than
Hmm.
the regular ones. Acha. So tell our audiences what's happening in Houston Community College these days. What are the upcoming plans? Is there anything, you know, fabulous you guys are planning? What's on the agenda these days?
All right, so at Houston Community College, I'm going to tell you one of the best kept secret.
All right.
All right. So at Houston Community College, the way we are doing things is very innovative. It was when I was a student, I haven't seen these kind of partnerships or nothing. But
Ah.
so what we are doing, we have created a academy, engineering academy with Texas A&M and also with University of Houston.
Mhm.
And these two academies, so those are students who cannot get in the academy directly from high school, that is, you can start and go through academy. So from day one, you are a student at Texas A&M or Texas or University of Houston, and it's you just go through. You need to maintain your GPA and
Right.
everything. It is still a selective criteria, so it's not open admission, but you can go through this route. You can save money.
Mhm.
You can stay home, and
Yes.
you can
Yes.
still be A&M student or UH student. Another program that we have also the engineering program, UT Tyler, is the second floor at Houston Community College Ailey Face campus. So if you want to do engineering program, and we are getting ready to add some more programs there, but you just do 2 years on the first floor, it's more floors there. But anyways, you go to the second floor, complete your 2 years, you get a degree from UT Tyler.
Wow.
You stay home and you can,
eat
those handmade parathas from your mom or whatever it is, the food that you enjoy. You do not have to leave your home. And it saves money too. So
absolutely, and the home factor is a big thing, right?
Yeah.
Especially after the pandemic, I think it's a lot of people have found out that many things can happen from home.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
absolutely, they can definitely take advantage of that. As the academic year is coming to an end in the next couple of months. What is your message to the student body?
My message to the student body, if I can give them something, first of all, we do not I don't tell people to go to HCC versus, we want the students to go to the best university that they get admitted to and that they can afford.
Wonderful.
One thing is that a lot of the time people, it's not about what university you go to. You need to begin with the end in mind, right? So don't go to university just to go to the university. We see students go there and keep changing majors. It is a waste of time. Absolutely. It's a waste of money. And, it just pushes you behind. Another thing is that we go to college or university for a career. So one thing that is very, very important, and I tell everyone, is if you need to be thinking industry, where do you want to work? Or have at least pick 3 organization where you want to work and try to position yourself there. So if you want to be an engineer, and I'm saying engineer because we have an engineering program, obviously you are not going to be given internship during your first year at Houston Community College or at the university. You're not going to be given internship because it is very selective and competitive to get internships. It does not matter what you do. If I have to go back in time, or if I have to advise the students, I would tell them, even if you have to go deliver mail, you go and do it at the engineering company. And, don't worry about what others are doing.
Get your foot in the door.
Get your foot in the door. You can go volunteer. You can go work wherever. But have your very strong work ethics. So when you are working for whatever company, it could be, it's all about once people know you, it can serve to your advantage or it can serve to your disadvantage.
Absolutely. I think that's...
So just, make a point. It doesn't matter who you are, but the getting in the door. And then these people, always let people around you know what you want to do and what you are studying. And one day I want to be, so-and-so. People are very helpful. And you will find people along the way who help you, who nurture you, who develop you, and who have a best interest in mind.
Absolutely. And I think I could not think of any other thought to end this interview, which has come to an end very quickly. But I think if in our community, among very many few people who have other people's best in mind, that's Rima, yourself. So
thank you.
Thank you very much. And I think we're going to do probably at least 1 or 2 more settings because there's so much more that we need to talk, but time is our enemy. But thank you very much for coming, and I hope you had enjoyed this conversation.
Well, thank you for having me, and keep inviting.
Absolutely.